A long time ago, in a peaceful village beside the holy Ganges River, there lived a poor boatman named Ravi. He was a simple man with a kind heart, and his small wooden boat was his entire world. Every morning he would ferry people across the river, earning just enough money to feed his family. Ravi took great pride in his boat. He cleaned it every evening, fixed every small crack, and painted it fresh every year. He dreamed that one day his boat would be the most beautiful and perfect boat on the entire river. One day, a wealthy merchant named Arjun came to the riverbank with his servants. He looked at all the boats and laughed when he saw Ravi's small, simple boat. "This old thing," Arjun said mockingly. "Look at my boat." He pointed to a magnificent boat with golden decorations and silk cushions. "That is what a perfect boat looks like." Ravi felt ashamed. That night he couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about Arjun's words. "I must make my boat perfect," he told himself. The next morning, Ravi started his mission for perfection. He stopped taking passengers across the river. Instead, he spent all his time and money trying to make his boat flawless. He bought expensive wood to replace the old planks. He purchased costly paint and decorations. He worked day and night, checking every corner, smoothing every surface. Weeks passed. Ravi's wife, Shiza, grew worried. "We have no money for food," she said gently. "The children are hungry. Please go back to work." But Ravi was obsessed. "Just a few more days," he would say. "The boat is almost perfect. Then everyone will respect me. Then we will have everything we need." Months went by. Ravi's family grew thinner. His children's clothes became torn. But Ravi only saw his boat. He noticed every tiny scratch, every small imperfection. Each time he fixed one problem, he found 10 more. The boat was never good enough. One evening, an old sadhu named Baba Haridas came to the riverbank. He had a long white beard and peaceful eyes that seemed to see into people's souls. He watched Ravi working frantically on his boat even as the sun set and darkness fell. "My son," Baba Haridas called out, "why do you work so hard on this boat when your family sits too hungry at home?" Ravi looked up, frustrated. "You don't understand, Baba. I am making it perfect. Once it is perfect, everything in my life will be perfect too." The old sadhu smiled sadly. "Come sit with me. Let me tell you a story." Ravi wanted to refuse, but something in the old man's voice made him stop. He sat down on the riverbank beside the sadhu. "Many years ago," Baba Haridas began, "there was a master tailor named Rahul in the city of Varanasi. He made beautiful clothes, but he was never satisfied. He wanted to create the perfect garment, one without a single flaw. Rahul spent years trying. He rejected hundreds of garments because of tiny imperfections. Meanwhile, people in his village needed clothes for their weddings, for their festivals, for their daily lives. But Rahul refused to sell his garments. "They are not perfect yet," he would say. One harsh winter, a severe storm hit the village, leaving many people without warm clothing. They begged Rahul for his garments, even the imperfect ones. But Rahul refused. He kept his garments locked away, still searching for perfection. Many people suffered from the cold, and some even fell ill, all because Rahul would not accept that his good garments, even with small flaws. The story continues with a young boy who fell ill from the cold. His mother begged Rahul to give her a garment to keep her son warm, but Rahul refused. The boy's condition worsened, and he eventually passed away. The mother was heartbroken, and Rahul was left with the guilt of knowing that his imperfect garment could have saved her son's life. Ravi sat in silence, the story sinking into his heart like a stone in water. A young girl named Ria came to the riverbank. She was crying desperately. "Please, someone help me," she shouted. "My father is dying in the village across the river. I need to bring the doctor, but there are no boats." All the boatmen had taken their boats far downriver for a festival. Only Ravi's boat remained tied to the dock. But Ravi hesitated. "My boat, It's not ready. There's a scratch on the side, and the paint isn't dry. Baba Haridas looked at Ravi with those deep, knowing eyes. What is more important, my son, a boat without scratches, or a father who gets to see his daughter grow up? Ravi felt as if he had been struck by lightning. In that moment, he saw clearly for the first time in months. He saw his worried wife. He saw all the people he could have helped while he wasted time chasing an impossible dream. Tears rolled down his cheeks. "What have I done?" he whispered. Without another word, Ravi jumped into his boat. The paint was uneven. There were scratches on the wood, and one side was a slightly different color than the other. But the boat was strong. It floated. It could carry people across the river, and that was its purpose. Ravi rowed Ria across the river faster than he had ever rowed before. She brought back the doctor, and her father's life was saved. When Ravi returned to his side of the river, a crowd had gathered. They had heard about the emergency and saw Ravi's bravery. "Thank you, Ravi," an old woman said. "We have missed you. Will you ferry us across again?" Ravi looked at his imperfect boat with new eyes. It had scratches and uneven paint. It would never be perfect, but it was good enough. It was more than good enough. It could serve its purpose beautifully. From that day forward, Ravi went back to work. His boat carried farmers to their fields, children to school, families to weddings, and sick people to doctors. Each scratch and dent became a mark of honor, proof that his boat was being used, that it was serving, that it was fulfilling its purpose. Ravi's family ate well again. His children smiled again. And Ravi discovered something wonderful. He was happier with his imperfect, useful boat than he ever could have been with a perfect boat sitting idle. Years later, when Ravi became an old man himself, people would ask him the secret to his peaceful, happy life. He would smile and say, "I learned that perfection is a beautiful prison. The broken boat that serves is worth more than the perfect boat that waits."